After completing the 10-part series, containing a total of 150 in-game secrets in the world of Red Dead Redemption 2, I felt it was time to move on over to something a little different, for the time being at least. Welcome to the video, you're listening to Phil of Philby Gaming, and today I'll be showing you 8 Easter eggs from 8 different titles that are easily missed. I'll also be limiting it to one per franchise. Do you know of any secrets from any game that you feel some people may have missed? Please let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoy what you see, be sure to hit like, subscribe, turn on notifications and share with friends and family or anyone you may feel would be interested in content such as this. And please be aware, there will be spoilers ahead. With that being said, let's get into what we came here to see. 8 Easter eggs players easily missed. To start today's list, I want to take us over to one of my personal favourite games, FIFA 23. In February of 2021, American actor Rob McElhenney and Canadian-American actor Ryan Reynolds together purchased the Welsh football team, Wrexham AFC. If the player chooses to match Wrexham, who are in the lower leagues, up against one of the more top teams in the world, such as my home city's Liverpool Football Club, during the opening ceremony before kickoff, there's a special message from the new co-owners.
Well, this is a special game. This is a big club versus a very small,
giant club.
massive.
Versus just a minuscule, improvisational version of a football club.
Of course, we're talking about Liverpool.
Tiny, tiny club, Liverpool.
Tiny club, tiny town.
Tight-knit community over there at Liverpool, really keeping this community-owned club together.
Very close to the massive Wrexham.
Secondly, today, we're delving into the strange world of Death Stranding. Protagonist Sam Porter Bridges, who was portrayed incredibly well by the Walking Dead actor Norman Reedus, just like the rest of us, sometimes needs a little break. Back in his private room, the player can interact with Sam. Sometimes, if you choose to zoom in on his feet however, there's a hidden scene where the creator of the game, Hideo Kojima, will make an appearance as not only a beach thing, or BT for short, but as a monster underneath Sam's bed. Luckily for players, it's all nothing but a nightmare. In 2013, Naughty Dog Studios released a timeless classic in The Last of Us. Gamers step into the shoes of Joel Miller as he travels across the United States of America with his surrogate daughter, Ellie, in search of a cure for the cordyceps fungal infection that has turned most of the world's population into crazed zombie-like creatures. What some players may have missed is there's a strong reference to another zombie title, Telltale Games' The Walking Dead. In Chapter 4 of the game, titled Bill's Town, when travelling through the suburban area of Lincoln, Joel, Bill and Ellie will come across a very familiar sight, which includes a treehouse, a pool, and a specific home interior design. Players of Telltale's Walking Dead will recognise this as a reference to the home of Clementine, which is where the protagonist, Lee, first meets the young lady. While still on the topic of Naughty Dog Studios, in their 2011 action-adventure game, Uncharted 3: Drake's Deception, the player, as Nathan Drake, alongside his partner, Victor Sully Sullivan, find themselves in a bar fight at the Pelican Inn in London, following a failed exchange. After defeating all of the thugs, Nathan has a moment to explore the area. At the far end of the bar's counter, players can come across a newspaper called The Overseer, which holds the following headline: Scientists are still struggling to understand deadly fungus. This is a direct reference, stroke Easter egg, to the studio's latter title, which we have just previously discussed, The Last of Us, and the fungus it's referring to is the cordyceps fungi. Set in the year of 2508, aboard the USG Ishima, players take on the role of engineer Isaac Clarke, whom along with a small team have been sent to the vessel after receiving a distress call. Isaac's wife, Dr. Nicole Brennan, is already stationed aboard the USG Ishima, giving our player a personal incentive to investigate. We quickly learn that the ship has been infested with flesh-eating creatures, or necromorphs, and Isaac must push through by defeating them in search of his lost wife. Towards the end of the tale, and please be aware of the major spoiler as was warned at the start of the video, Isaac's wife, Nicole, is no longer with us, and had passed before he and his team had boarded the ship. Eagle-eyed players may have noticed something back at the chapter select screen of the main menu. There are 12 chapters in total, each one awarded with its own title. If you inspect the first letter of each sentence and put them all together, you will come to realise that it spells out the following: Nicole is dead, showing her fate all along. At number 6 today, we're looking at the 2018 Ubisoft title, Far Cry 5. The protagonist, simply known as Rook or Rookie, is sent in by helicopter to the fictional Hope County, Montana, alongside Deputy Marshal Cameron Burke, Sheriff Earl Whitehorse, and a few of the local law to both capture and place an arrest on one Joseph Seed, the cultist leader of the congregation known as the Project at Eden's Gate. When landing in hostile territory, the group are introduced to Joseph Seed at a small church surrounded by his heavily armed followers. The player, Rook, is prompted to place the cuffs on the cultist in a very tense scene as the Lord takes the man into custody. There's an alternate scene here that will occur if the protagonist refuses to arrest Joseph. Choosing not to make the arrest will finish the game early on, taking you to the in-game credits.
We're leaving, Rook.
What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Sheriff, get back there.
Shut up and listen. You put those cuffs on him, none of us get out of here alive.
I will have you all arrested.
So be it.
Let's move over to something a little more old school. In 2001, the Nintendo GameCube saw the release of the jet ski racing game Wave Race Blue Storm, which was a sequel to the original Wave Race 64 5 years prior. In this fun and harmless game, the player can choose from a variety of characters, testing their skills on the waters against other competitors. During each race, you can enjoy the upbeat vocals of the commentator, who will award you with compliments as you make your way through the checkpoints. What some may have missed is the hidden commentary that can be triggered in the audio options of the menu screen by entering the following code: up up, down down, left right, A, X, Z. When entered correctly, heading back to the races, you will discover that the upbeat commentator has now changed his attitude and becomes easily annoyed at you.
Is that the best you can do? Pathetic. Ooh, a turbo! Super!
Our final one today takes us over to the 2013 title by Rockstar Games, Grand Theft Auto 5. In this infamous title, the player takes control of 3 protagonists in a first for the series, who are Michael, Franklin, and Trevor. The trio, working together, pull off a series of heists across the city of Los Santos with the goal of becoming more and more rich. There are plenty of Easter eggs to be found in this game, but one that took several years to discover is triggered by using the in-game mobile phone. If the player is to open up the phone's keypad and call the number 1999 367 3767, the contact will appear as black cell phones. This will trigger an explosion nearby in the sky. Although it's originally unsure of how players discovered this, it's a fun Easter egg that begs more questions than answers. Was this a secret telephone number used by the government, or maybe terrorists? No one seems to be sure. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Do you know of any game secrets, new or old, that you feel other gamers may not be aware of? Be sure to let us know in the comment section or by finding me over on Instagram. That's at PhilbyGaming. If you wish to see more content similar to this, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and if the video does well enough, I'll begin working on a second one. Thank you all for watching, you've been listening to Phil, and I'll see you in the next one.